Do you know how Pinterest and your audience on Pinterest is perceiving your content that you are publishing? Perhaps you don't know how to find this little bit of information, which could help you to overcome some of the roadblocks that you are experiencing within your Pinterest reach and your Pinterest strategy and conversions. Now, in today's video, I'm going to walk you through 3 little hacks to see how both Pinterest and people on Pinterest are perceiving your content. What does it mean? And I'm going to even walk you through in a couple of these little hacks exactly what to do with that information and how to use it in your Pinterest strategy. So without further ado, let's dive right on in. So there are a couple of main ways that you are going to go and investigate your own content on Pinterest to see how other people are perceiving your content, and then dig into whether or not it's landing or not with how you expected it to be perceived, right? Because what we perceive and what the other people on the internet perceive as doing what we want it to do is not always accurate. Okay, so when we are trying to figure this out, one of the very first places that we can go to see how Pinterest is viewing our content and how it's indexing our content is to scroll down below a Pinterest pin. And I want you to just pay attention to the content that is in this More to Explore tab. This used to be called the related feed or the related surface. So content that was below your Pinterest pins is related to the content in your Pinterest pin. If you did your SEO correctly, that is. If Pinterest is scanning your image and seeing what's in it correctly. So what we want to do is we really just want to take a peek here and see if we have other content that's actually showing up here that have the same words, the same themes, the same keywords. All of that is lining up. Now, you want to do this both for your own content and for content of other people's. So as you scroll through this section, you should see pins that are related to the same exact topic. How to use ChatGPT for writing Pinterest copy, ChatGPT and Pinterest, ChatGPT prompts for Pinterest, how to use ChatGPT. All of my own Pinterest pins are getting fed into this More to Explore feed. Now, something else that's getting fed in here is content from other people on the same topic. So I know that I have done a good job of telling Pinterest what my content is about and serving it to the right audience myself. Like, I am doing that part, and now Pinterest needs to go and do their part. So that's the first place that I really want you to look. If you look in this section and you're like, there is actually nothing here that makes any sense as to what is in my Pinterest pin, then chances are you need to revisit the drawing board for your SEO and whatever imagery you're using in your pins. Now, step number 2 of really investigating how Pinterest and pinners on Pinterest are perceiving your content is to visit your saves. And then we're going to do a little bit of an investigative digging to see what pinners are doing with our pins. Now, the easiest way to do this, to find the pins with the most saves, is to go to your Pinterest Analytics. It's going to be in your Overview tab under Analytics and Overview, and you'll be brought to this screen. Now, what we want to do is we might actually need to open up the timeline if you don't have a ton of saves. We might want to open up our date range and actually see a wider date range. Then you're going to scroll down here to this area called Top Pins. In this area, we are going to open this up and we're going to choose saves. So top pins by saves. Now in this section, we are going to click on some of these Pinterest pins and we are going to start digging into the stats on it. Now this was one of the very first idea pins. They were called story pins back then that I ever created. And I am going to click on that See More Stats. So let me go back a screen so you can see where I clicked right here. And then in this section, we are going to look in overall lifetime because we don't want to see anything else. We just want to see what's happening in those pins. And then we're going to see how people are saving this to their boards. Okay? What words are people using when they are naming their boards? Now this person named it quick saves, And if you were to open up their profile and do just a little bit of research, you might notice a little bit more about them. It says, hello there. I have knowledge in e-commerce marketing and I'm a freelancer. So someone in the e-com freelance marketing space is looking to learn Pinterest to help their clients further. And that might give you some more information around how to structure your own content. So let's scroll through this a little bit more. This one's really interesting to me because I recently just landed a client in this space myself. And it tells me that there are other people that are looking, see, there's my pin, that are looking for Pinterest content related to their own marketing ventures that maybe I haven't even touched yet. So not only is this giving me more board ideas and more content ideas, but it's giving me more ways to talk to existing audiences within my community and my existing content strategy. So I want you to look through here and see how people are saving your pins. What are they naming their boards? And then once you do dig into this, you can then even take it a step further. And you can see here, okay, this one's Redbubble. Click over to their profile and actually see if they are in your target market. And if they are, then you can see kind of the things that they're creating Pinterest pins on, or they're saving. You could even take it a step further and see the other pins from other people they are saving to see if there's any gaps in your own content marketing strategies. Okay, the last little nugget that I want to give you is another nugget on how Pinterest is actually perceiving your content. So let's take a peek at that. You need to be actually logged out and not actually logged into anything. And I'm on an incognito browser, which is why you can't see my face anymore. So you are going to go to an incognito Pinterest browser and you're simply going to, on that page, click Explore. And you're going to start searching for some terms. So this method is to see how Pinterest is perceiving your content and how they're actually indexing it and what they are showcasing as far as your keywords and everything go. So I searched Pinterest ads. These two blog posts right here were guest blog posts that I wrote on heyjessica.com. They are consistently in my top pins on my own Pinterest account, which is why I wanted to find them. And then I come in here and I'm going to click on it, logged out, and I'm going to look at these keyword tags that Pinterest has assigned to this Pinterest pin. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to give me additional keyword search terms that I can take to the platform and use within my pin titles, my pin text overlay, so the text on the pin, the description, perhaps even the boards that I put it on. That pin is going to then be indexed additionally in those ways. So if we were to look at another Pinterest pin in the same niche, then we would come in here and see, okay, this one actually has marketing services and content marketing and affiliate marketing. My pin didn't have that language. And this is a video course on how to advertise on Pinterest with promoted pins. So it seems like the way that this one was indexed and the content that they've put into this Pinterest pin actually is slightly different. So you can see the different indexing there. And you can do this over and over again. Now it is going to try and tell you, you need to log in, you need to log in. So if it does that, you might need to start your window over again. But basically you can come through and look at your competitors and see what they are doing that maybe you're not doing, and what Pinterest sees for their content that it's not seeing for your content. Now you can see it's trying to make me log in, so it's not showing me my tags anymore. So I might need to log out and log back in again, but that is one additional way that you can sneaky peeky see how your content is being indexed. There's the login screen. And how you can take that information and utilize it in your own strategies. Now that you know how to be a little detective, I am such a stalker when it comes to pretty much anything online. I love to stalk people. I like to stalk and see what they are doing with my content. There are so many pieces of information on the internet. There are so many pieces of information within our data sets. And if we don't ever talk about them, if we're not aware of them, then how in the world are we going to make ourselves and our strategies better. So that is what this entire little video is going to help you to do. Now, I'm going to encourage you to head right on over here and watch the how to read your Pinterest analytics video, because that is the next best place if you are already knee deep in implementing on Pinterest and you need to know how your content is performing. So head on over there and I will see you then.